Halftime Heat just aired everywhere except the WWE network. For whatever reason, WWE would not allow you to watch Halftime Heat live on the network. You can watch it after the show was complete, which was really fucking strange. You had to watch on either Twitter or YouTube. I tried watching on Twitter, stream's terrible. I got it on YouTube, watched the full match on YouTube, and I have to say it was a great match, as we all expected. We all knew this would be great. I think this was unnecessary. I don't see a reason why you had to do this. This really didn't serve much purpose. Like 20 years ago with The Rock and Mankind and that classic Halftime Heat was amazing. That was one of the more memorable Attitude Era matches that never really aired on a pay-per-view. That was a really memorable match that did a huge rating. Here, it's NXT. It's not the main roster. As much as we love NXT, we know the rating won't be as high. And two, it's like, you're not going to allow people to watch it on the network. I just hated that. It really annoyed me. The match itself, we have on one team, you have the heels. You have Johnny Gargano, you have Tomasso Ciampa, and you have Adam Cole. And then on the babyface side, you have Aleister Black, you have the Velveteen Dream, and you have Ricochet. And this was fantastic. This was a great match. We all knew it would be great. There was just so much stuff that happened. I hate the Canadian Destroyer. The one thing I don't like when they use the Canadian Destroyer, can you at least let it be a finish? A Canadian Destroyer is the most devastating move, maybe one of the most devastating moves in the history of wrestling. I don't like how it's just a setup move now. You had a lot of dives to the outside. Ricochet was great. I thought Velveteen Dream had a great performance. There was a lot of times in which there would be wrestlers setting up each other's dives. Was there a little bit too much super kicks? Now, there's people who think the reason they do so many super kicks at NXT right now is like a WWE basically sticking the middle finger to the Young Bucks. I don't see that, but there is a lot of super kicks. A lot of them to Ciampa and Gargano in particular near the end. There was a lot. The match was a lot of fun to watch. So what they had was they basically had the entire Performance Center was filled with people from NXT, wrestlers, staff, and their families. They had all of them in the Performance Center to watch the match. They did some chants. They did it to laugh. They kind of did it to troll the Full Sail audience. It wasn't your traditional NXT Full Sail audience, but that's what they basically did. And the match was, again, it was a lot of fun. I didn't think it was necessary to do this. Shawn Michaels on commentary just was kind of annoying. He's just nothing much to me on commentary. I don't understand why Shawn Michaels has to dress like a bum. I don't understand. What's the reason he has to do that? Why does Shawn Michaels dress as a bum? And Vic Joseph was just kind of, he's just bland to me. He's like a Tom Phillips. He's like a Byron Saxton. He's bland. He's vanilla. He's like nothing. He doesn't offer me anything. I don't see really any reason why he's has that job. It's like, he's just one of those robots they have. But, again, there was a lot of fun spots here. You had a lot of false finishes. You had moments in which I kind of predicted for sure the babyface are going to win, because this doesn't make much sense to have the heels win in this kind of atmosphere, because it didn't really advance the story. But they did tease Gargano and Ciampa. They had a face down, clearly planting a seed. I believe that's where they're going for NXT TakeOver New York, which I'm excited about. But they clearly planted that seed. It seems like to me with Aleister Black, I don't see really what he has left to do in NXT. To me, I think Black can still appear on NXT, because I don't see a point of calling him up to the main roster now. It's WrestleMania season. If I'm WWE with Aleister Black, I just wait till the night after WrestleMania, call him up. Ricochet, he seems like a bit of a background player now since he lost his title. And here's some spoilers. I want to talk about this too. WWE basically decided to create this alternate ending to one of their NXT TakeOver or NXT TV tapings, with Johnny Gargano defending his NXT North American Championship against the Velveteen Dream. And there was two separate endings, one with Gargano winning and then one with Velveteen winning. And the way they did it was just very awkward. They decided to shoot two alternate endings. I guess creative hasn't decided where they want to go, so they have themselves to I guess they have a few weeks to decide. They tape NXT in advance. They have 3 or 4 weeks to decide. I don't know. I thought that was I was just not a fan of that. I don't know. It's you already know the Full Sail audience is a lot of them are family members. They're not going to care. It's just there comes a time in trying to protect the business. It is what it is. But New York, for NXT is going to be shaping up to be great. WrestleMania weekend should be a lot of fun. WrestleMania looks good this year. NXT TakeOver should be great. We'll see what they do with the Hall of Fame, since they moved the Hall of Fame to the night after NXT. But there's a lot to look forward to with the WWE right now. Royal Rumble was a fun show. The product's really hot. So that was it for Halftime Heat. It was a fun match. It was a fun match to watch. I enjoyed it. Do I think they needed to do this every year? No, but for what it was a very, very enjoyable presentation, and you did have a phenomenal match, a great match.